Well, there we are. UVA wins 76 to 72 against the dreaded Virginia Tech Hokies to close out the season here at the JPJ. It's always bittersweet, when you have the last game of the year, senior day, and then you also have to add in, that it's Virginia Tech that you play against as well. So let's kind of talk about it, y'all. Virginia came out, cardiac calves, played really well, but then halftime came through, and Virginia Tech came out as if they were the ones that were going to turn the tables and pull the upset off in the JPJ. This is what I can say. Virginia was resilient. Virginia Tech played well enough to tie the game from a double-digit lead. And, this team, they have to be careful. They have to be careful because when you play teams in the tournament, you don't recover. You do not recover from having lost a lead, a double-digit lead. Some of these other teams, they'll heat up on you, and next thing you know, that double-digit lead is evaporated, and you're down. And on top of it, you may not get the chance to come back and win. But Virginia did today. It was a good game. The guys played really good. They were a little streaky, of course, but a lot of guys played well. My player of the game, I'm going to say Oyenso. I love how he played. Malik Thomas played really well to get the offense going. Also, Sam Lewis played well. It was just a game where I feel like I know we wanted to blow them out from shooting 50%, shooting 44% during the whole game. Field goal percentage. Different shooting almost 50% from three down to 33%. And then, of course, 16-17, almost shooting 100%, shooting in the 90s. So, where do we go from here, right? Well, the next game is at noon. Next Saturday. Noon next Thursday. Thursday coming up for the ACC tournament. I'm excited about the tournament. I feel like the tournament is the time we really see who's who. UVA, 27 wins now, which is a really big deal for this program, especially in its first year. Great job, Coach Odom. Great job, assistant coaches. Phenomenal job with the trainers and the health staff, keeping the kids healthy because for the most part, outside of one or two players, they actually had a lot of good health throughout the season. Looks like, for the most part, I said it earlier, they had starters. Most of their starters for the whole year started, every game. But what makes this team good is they have a bench. They can throw multiple people at you at one time. Multiple waves of players at you at one time. And it's good to see this team. They have an identity. They play defense. They play tough. They love to shoot. They love to shoot the three. There's always that concern. Live by the three, die by the three, right? Shout out to my man Brian Snow, the Snowman, another reporter. I believe he's out in the Midwest covering the Ohio State basketball game today. Gave me a shout out a little earlier. What's going on, Brian? But but this team being what it is, should have beat this team by more. But I got to give credit to Virginia Tech. I know this was a rivalry game. I know that Virginia Tech was not. I knew Virginia Tech wasn't going to give up, and made a game of it. Made a really good game of it, and wound up tying the game. But I think what really turned the game was there was a call when Virginia Tech challenged, and I think UVA was up 2 or 3 possessions. Virginia Tech challenged, tried to get the ball back, and the challenge went against them. I think that was the turning point in the game. UVA goes on to score in that possession, and I think from there it just kind of snowballed a little bit. Virginia Tech did make it interesting and shot very well in the second half and made the game close. But the Wahoos do it again. They win 27 wins this year, I believe it is. And, you know, they got to get a few more or a couple more wins, and I think they should move up to a number 3 seed in the tournament. But before we start talking about the NCAA tournament, let's get to the ACC tournament in Charlotte. Starts Tuesday. Of course, UVA has a double bye. They don't play until Thursday. So you get an opportunity to check out how these games and how your opponents are playing before you actually get out there on the court. But they will be rested and ready for the grind of an ACC tournament. Remember, teams could potentially play, and I think NC State did this when they went to the Sweet 16 a couple years ago. Win Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. 5 games in a row. Grueling, yes, but can be done. NC State proved that. Excuse me. And Virginia Tech, of course, they're in that tournament as well. They're a dangerous team, as you see. And they're one of those teams that can really ruin your day if you're having an off day. Virginia played really well today. Virginia Tech just came up short. And they didn't play their best game either, but that's what they have to play the games for, to see what the real shakeout is. Shout out to Coach Odom and the rest of the team. My player of the game, like I said, is Oyinso. And what do we do next? Let's get ready for the ACC tournament, and let's get ready for the NCAA tournament as well. But I'm going to give you a quick view before I go ahead and take it on out of here. JPJ clearing out. 76-72. It's a great win. It's a good win against your rival. Yes, Wahoo's won again today. I can't wait, though. I'll be down in Charlotte. I can't wait. I'll be down in Charlotte this week, cover the games. I'm really excited about just about the city. I love Charlotte. Charlotte's a beautiful city. Love how it's set up. Love how it's a big sports city. Pro team sports, basketball and football. But I love that some of these tournaments, I love how the bowl games are in Charlotte as well. So let's catch up. I know Tuesday I have a show with the squad. Make sure you tune in there Tuesday at 8:30. UVA wins again. What's going on, Henry? Thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for tuning in, brother. But let's go. Wahoo's still winning, still putting up numbers. Another win. Wahoo Wah. Let's go. This is Big Law, 7 Cities signing out. And I'll see you guys on Tuesday. Make sure you tune in. I have my co-host with me as well. And we're going to talk about it. We got some things to talk about. Shout out to Getz Law. Give me 1 second. Just give me 1 second. Give me a second, folks. Sorry to just pause on you for a second. But I have to give a shout out. Shout out to Amy Hitt, who is one of my co-hosts on my show. I believe she's in Texas right now for a wedding. Congratulations to her family for that. But shout out, and John Getz Law is help flying me down, is sponsoring me to the tournament, to the Charlotte ACC tournament. Shout out to Amy Hitt, my host, and shout out to John Getz Law for helping me get down, one of my sponsors here. So let's get this thing rocking and rolling. I'm excited about it. Thank all of you for hanging out, tuning in with me, and I'll see you Tuesday. But I will be back with you. But as of now, the shop is closed. Thank you guys. Wahoo wah. Let's go.